Welcome, Cav fans, to Coach's Corner, Week 12. Wow, again, like I've been saying here these last few weeks, it's hard to believe we could be into Week 12. As we go into the game, the Cavs are 10-1, and we're really proud of that 17th consecutive year that we've won at least 10 games. So that's a feather in the cap of all those guys that have played over those last 17 seasons. So that's an awesome stat right there. Recap of Brookville. The score was, let's see here, 47-13 last week. We got off to, we really played pretty well the whole game. Kind of a unique statistic that we had the ball only for four minutes and some odd seconds in the whole first half, but had 5 touchdowns. So Brookville had a good ball control offense, and they ran the ball really well. They had one really, I would say maybe the best back that we faced all year. And so we had a tough time with him. He had over 100 yards, but we made him work. And so we eventually, when we make teams work, we can usually stop them. They did get a couple scores on a couple key plays. We had them in a 3rd and long, and the quarterback scrambled and got a long first down for about a 40-50-yard run. Excuse me. But for the most part, the D did a really good job of making them work. A mode of operation. Our kicking game was outstanding Saturday night. Neil was kicking the ball off really well. We had a punt return called back for that was a touchdown. So really solid kicking game. And then the offense, Dylan got really hot, and I think it completed 7 in a row at one point and 4 touchdowns. I think within those 7 completions. Sam Roaring came in the second half and with the first group of offense to get him some work. And I think he was 5 for 5, something like that, and did a really good job and got a touchdown pass also. So good, solid win for us against Brookville, who we played last year in the regional finals. Moving on to this week, the Greenview Rams out of Jamestown, which is kind of in between Springfield and Xenia, the way it kind of looks. We're going to play that game at Sydney on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Sydney is a really nice facility, very similar to Pickwas. And in some ways, because of they don't have a track, the field is the stands are a lot closer to the field, so that's good for all the fans. So Greenview comes in, they're 9-2, I guess. They lost to CHCA in the first week, and lost to a really good Mechanicsburg team that's in Division 6. And we'll probably, my guess would be to play Marion or St. Henry next week. So Greenview comes in with a pretty balanced attack. They're really probably more like to run the ball more. They got 2 guys that share the running attack, and then the quarterback has run some, but he's more of a distributor and handed off, and I think he's completed something like 59 passes for 800 yards and 14 TD. So he has some ability to throw the ball. They have a big tight end that's going Eastern Kentucky on a scholarship, a big 6'5", 240-pound guy who's pretty athletic. So our concerns for this week, they are big up front, big O-line. So hopefully our athleticism and quickness can get off those blocks or not let them block us and stop the run game. And if we can get them in a throwing mode, I think that'll be good for us. Offensively, they run a 3-man front, a 3-4, similar to like St. Henry and Marion. They don't seem to blitz near as much as those teams. So we feel pretty comfortable about protection-wise that we can protect our quarterback, and hopefully we can spread the wealth like we've been doing with all those different guys contributing, and with Zach and Neil and Nate and Brad and Obi and Jacob Hardings and Sam Roaring are all contributing on that in the offense, and a lot of guys making lots of plays. So that's a good mix at this point in the season where lots of guys are really contributing. The offensive line has remained intact the whole year, and they're getting better and better. So we're looking forward to the challenge Saturday night. The game again is at Sydney on Saturday at 7. So hopefully you can make the game, and if not, I'm sure it'll be on the radio, and then you could join me hopefully next week with another victory. One last shout out. Really, I'd like to thank these guys. Mike Spriggs, who really puts together the Cav football brookvillerecap.com and does all our sideline films, and that's who I'm with right now as I speak with Mike. And then our stat guys do a great job. Chris Crone, John Yoder, Rod Stogler, and Gary Maston have been doing this since Coach Reed took over. And those guys, they're really into it, and they enjoy it. And Chris writes the Cav Weekly that lots of you probably take a peek at. So those guys do an unbelievable job with the stats and getting all those stats to all the different media outlets and all that kind of thing. And that saves somebody on the coaching staff so much time and getting those out. So really like to thank those guys and Mike certainly again for putting all the highlights together and the highlight tape that we have at the end of the year. So hats off to those guys for volunteering their time and really enjoying it with us and helping take care of our football program. So Saturday night, 7 p.m. at Sydney, under the lights, and so we're looking forward to another victory. And if we play well, play hard, we got a good shot at bringing home that win.